Yes, Mom. I'm done with crayons up my nose. I'm on to action figures.
Hello and welcome to the Part-Time Gamers, the gaming podcast for people with full-time lives, and also Venom, apparently. I'm Cyranex, clocking in with my good friends, 9 of 12.
Hi there.
And that one weirdo.
We are back, so now it is the part-time gamers.
Oh, man.
A little bit of red line there, Theo.
Yeah, there's a little... Yeah, a little bit. Oh, man. Man, it's been a very interesting couple of weeks since we left last time. Had our whole Christmas break, our New Year's break. We did had a lot of fun at the New Year's Eve streamathon for Diamond Club. Raised a bunch of money. That was...
You raised so much money.
Oh man, that was awesome. That was so like for those who aren't, for both people out there who aren't aware of what the Diamond Club New Year's Eve streamathon is. We had set up this little competition between me and September because we were both going to be streaming we streamed Wildermyth together for that week's episode of Part-Time Adventurers. We had a little bit of competition, see who could raise the most money by the end of that stream. And like beforehand, we had both set our goals at 500. And an anonymous donor hit that goal for both of us like the Sunday before New Year's. So not even New Year's Eve, like 3 days beforehand. So it's like that was amazing. And then so we ended up raising both of our goals by another 250 to 750. And when we were going into the stream, I think you were at like 760 or something like that, and I was at like 610 or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I was.
No, I don't think there was that big a difference. I think I was at like 765. I was just over, and you were like just under. Like
No, I was still. I'm pretty sure I was still in the 600s
before we streamed.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think there was a pretty big gap. That's why I was so surprised when, literally 10 minutes before we were supposed to end that stream, another donor came in and put me $5 ahead of September. And so part of...
Because before the stream, actually, it was Brian Coford gave like everybody in the whole, every streamer, like an even amount because he didn't want to be deciding contests like we were having. So he gave us like each 30 or 40 or something.
Oh, but man.
And I was like, shit, do we move the goal again? Because you want to give donors, like, let them see that tick, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
But it was
amazing.
okay because I did giveaways. I ended up having to mail out all kinds of stuff, and Shawn didn't do any of that, and he beat me anyway. And then I had to give him $50.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, the kids. Yeah.
I mean, technically, this is my first year actually having my own donation page and everything, so I didn't think about any of that kind of stuff. Like, for my actual stream I ended up streaming solo in the middle of the night for, I did a boss runs in Expedition 33. And I had set up a couple incentives to try to make the actual fights harder on me, because my intention was to, because I had beaten September, I was going to, I think I did like $5 per failed attempt I was going to donate. Oh, and then I only lost like twice because the fights were like, the one fight I ended up like each fight in that one was like 30 minutes.
Oh,
it was
wow.
like it was a long fight, and I did actually end up beating that one like last night.
Nice.
Like, but
Nice.
yeah, so I did that, and then I did another donation to just because no matter what, I was donating $100 that night. So I did $10 to my goal, and then sent the other 90 to someone else. Oh,
Nice.
but yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I raised 1,015 by midnight, and then I'm looking, I can't find it somewhere. It I it went over into the next year, and I had to start
yeah,
a new page. I have another $120 already in 2026.
yeah,
Wow.
So it was a really great year.
yeah,
The whole crew, the whole Diamond Club crew did, I think, more than 3 times as much as we did last year.
yeah, yeah. It
Um,
was a lot.
just like $7,500 around.
Yeah,
Just amazing. There was a great email that Williams W Scott S1, if folks want to follow him on Twitch, helped organize the whole thing, and he forwarded us a lovely email that Extra Life sent him once we crossed $5,000 about how this would provide chemo or a heart monitor for a child in the children's
yeah.
hospital. And yeah, so
But yeah,
yay.
it was an amazing time, and I'm already looking forward to what we're hopefully be able to do next year. Oh,
It was definitely the
yeah,
weirdo out. Like, I did food and drink.
it worked. It
Works.
worked.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
uh,
actually, that's when we crossed Jess, who we game with in Part Time Adventures,
yeah.
donated to hit
Oh
over
yeah.
$1,000 for my stream,
Oh
and my co-host Shawn cut off his fancy handlebar mustache on the stream.
yeah. I mean, like
It was
he
epic.
that I guess kind of backfired because you only had like 10 minutes left of the stream or something. You didn't have much left of the stream. And they're just like, yeah, if we raised over $1,000, I'll cut off the.
Sean, he
And
trimmed.
then it was
Yeah, he
ping.
did on stream.
Yeah,
It took
gone.
just
He
snipped
had
off
that
the
for
ends of
like
them.
as long as I known him.
Yeah, I had never seen him without it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That,
look at his pages. I'm like, I don't know where you are.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
that's
said that out loud,
dedication.
and bam, that happened.
Yeah, and like Jess said, you could probably thank the wine for that, but yeah, she put you guys over, and yeah, that was a thing. Oh man, but that was
So anyway,
such a great time for New Year's Eve, and did my whole family Christmas thing, and I'm pretty sure we were able to get out of there without anything horribly offensive being said. So that was a plus. Oh, we had the advantage of
so
Like, yeah, sounds kind of dull.
oh man. I'm just thankful
I'm
that
glad I don't
yeah,
live close to anyone that I have to deal with in that way.
yeah.
Kept mine pretty simple, which was nice. And then my kids actually took me out for my birthday the next day, which was really great.
Yeah.
Aw, happy
Because
birthday.
well, my son-in-law, who's wonderful, we've taken him to this place before. There's a few here in Utah. It's called Slackwater, and they make these amazing pizzas. They're phenomenal. Services off the charts. But I was trying to get him to eat. He had this buffalo chicken pizza that he made. It has feta on it, and it is so delicious. Well, in the digestive checklist, if you will, he's not as proven as some of us, where like people who were in the military ate something and was like, I don't even need to know the name. But there was one time we went up there and he ate it, and I feel bad for that janitor. I hope like it did not do well by his stomach. I was actually trying to get him to do it again for my amusement because it was my birthday, and it was like then I was like, no, I actually like my son-in-law. Like, why would I want to hurt him? I mean, now they're married, so now it's like, all right, you get a pass.
Yeah. All in
And then
all,
New Year's was pretty quiet. I only got to hide from a few fireworks, and then I was cool.
yeah. Oh, yeah. All in all, good couple weeks. I'm not entirely sure how productive I was in regards to like actually doing stuff for the show, but stuff.
You have to say it out loud like that. You did squat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just focused on New Year's Eve and just all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, yeah. We are back. We are having a game, and we're having a game. Yes, we're going to be talking about a game. So let's go ahead and
This
get to
month's theme.
yeah.
We're gonna
Let's go
have a
ahead and
game
get to
on the
work.
Morning break is over. Morning break is over.
All right, yeah. So this month's theme, because it is the my rule when I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions. The only one I ever make is to survive to the next year. And so our theme this month is I will survive. And specifically,
First, I was afraid. I was petrified.
yeah. Specifically, we're going to be talking about survivor likes. So, or game that not to be confused with survival games. Which, it's a little bit weird how they're genred or whatnot, but yeah. The genre that was started, or more or less started, by vampire survivors.
Yeah, the kind of
this
bullet
week-
hell survivor.
Well,
like.
I think another term that they use is bullet heaven, because technically you're the source of the bullets instead of the other way around. I've heard that, but it's, or like I've heard, yeah, a little bit of both. I mean, but
I was definitely getting shot at.
yeah, well, but yeah, specifically today we're going to be talking about Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, which is one of my favorite versions of these. I mean, I've already been a big fan of Deep Rock Galactic in general, and they turned that into a survivors like. And it's actually a lot of fun. Developed by Fun Day Games, published by Ghost Ship Publishing. Excuse me. Is $12.99. Or I actually did find out that there are iOS and Android versions of this that are $9.99 for the full game. They do have a free demo that you can play that has I believe the first 2 levels for free. And then if you want to go and unlock the full game, it's $9.99 on those. But it's otherwise
Also on Game Pass.
Yep. It's yep, I actually forgot to mention that, but $12.99 for Xbox, including Game Pass. Well, Game Pass is subscription, but for Xbox and Windows via Steam. So this is single player survival like auto shooter that blends the bullet heaven gameplay of Vampire Survivors. That's where I got that from. With iconic mining and class-based mechanics of the original Deep Rock Galactic. So, whereas Deep Rock Galactic is a co-op, procedurally generated levels and everything, whereas that's co-op, this is single player. You're playing as one dwarf instead of a collection of 4 dwarves, and you're going into these solo missions and just multiple levels to these missions and everything. Like the survivor,
I have to say that even though it's just kind of like a Vampire Survivor, like a lot of people are probably playing it mobile because it has to go well there too, and it's in the Deep Rock Galactic world. I don't feel like it was in any way just a money grab. It's really really well done, so it doesn't feel cheesy. And I'm glad, even though I didn't play Deep Rock Galactic, I'm glad I watched, because that's kind of a lot for me in game type.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in a place to buy games when that was really popular. But I'm glad I watched people like you and Scott Johnson and stuff play it, so that I knew the world, because that kind of is relevant to the aesthetic and getting a little more out of such a simple game.
Yeah.
Like the whole company store, and when they speak to you, like it's very lighthearted in this version, right? But it is such that dark world.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely the
Dystopia.
whole world.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, the whole like setting of it is really really interesting. Like your space dwarves mining on this one planet called Hoxus, and you're doing dwarf stuff, but in space. So it's it's just kind of funny that way. Oh, and hopefully that doesn't break it. Oh, okay, I think that did break it.
Fun.
Oh, but yeah,
The humor in it is definitely lightens it up.
oh yeah. Oh, I mean, they're always cracking wisecracks and everything throughout the entire mission. They're, bad mouthing the bugs that you're fighting. They're, complaining about how they hate the company and everything and all that jazz. Which is common for Deep Rock Galactic as well. It's pretty tongue in cheek that way. But showing some of the gameplay, it's kind of what you would expect from a Survivor's like. It's got the isometric view. It's an auto fire. You have your auto firing weapons. That's one of I would say it's one of the central points of the Survivor's like in general is the auto firing aspect of it. So that's actually one of the reasons why I started to really get into this genre, is because you don't have to micromanage a lot. It's like you have your movement, and then like your upgrades, and that's basically all you really need to manage for the most part.
All your management is the build, though.
Yeah. So it's not really so much twitchy gameplay or anything like that. It's just
like, okay, if I pick something that shoots in 4 directions, I have to move differently than if it's 1 direction. Than if it's somebody where I have to keep pausing to drop stuff.
Yeah,
like the engineer, which is kind of my favorite. I really like the engineer.
I like all 4 classes. So for those who don't know this, it does have this class-based system as well, where you start off with the scout. It's the fastest, most mobile. He gets evasion, and stuff like that.
And he sounds like Cornholio.
So they all have the same.
Like Rob was like, "Why does he sound like Beavis, specifically Cornholio?" And then I could not unhear it.
So one thing that's interesting is for the voice acting, it's all the same voice acting, all the same voice lines and stuff. All they've done is they've just changed the pitch depending on which dwarf you've chosen. So like the scout has the highest pitch one, I think, and then I think I want to say the engineer has like the next highest. Then I think the gunner and the driller.
The gunner and then the driller.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one way to save on voice acting money, is just have the same guy just change the pitch. And that's common. That's what they did with the first game as well, is they just did the same voice lines, just different pitches. But you were mentioning like the directional gameplay as well. That is one thing that is, I think, a little bit different than Vampire Survivors, the original. I haven't played in a while, so I don't know if they've changed that. But there's a lot more weapons that have, like, they only fire a certain direction. I mean, I'm not talking about specifically like the minigun.
Some go only forward, some go in a circle, some go in different directions. It's very similar to Vampire Survivors in that way.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple different aspects. Like the minigun will only fire if you have targets in front of you. So if you're running away from targets, it's not going to fire at all, unless there's a target in front of you. It's interesting because with that, like, especially, yeah.
Especially.
Hey man, we're all at 9:51, and before you first spoke. You're doing great tonight.
Yeah. But I like that the different classes all have different stats, but they also have different starting weapons. And the 4 classes also have 3 specialties, which also have different, so effectively you have 12 different types of characters you can play with. And each of them have a different starting weapon. Each of them have different bonuses. And, but then even within each class, they have their own pool of weapons that they can pull from usually. But some of those subclasses can have like a specific bonus where they, like, a certain type of weapon they'll always have access to, even if it's not part of their class. And there's a lot of variety, even with it only being 4 classes. there's a lot of variety with the kind of characters, the kind of starting gameplay you can start with.
They balance out the variety of classes and how they work and the weapons drops so well that I find myself switching and switching, even though I kind of have a favorite. I'm
Yeah.
going from class to class and playing them to keep them around the same level.
Yeah.
Because it's flexible enough that, like, okay, but I know I'm going to get this thing that I've gotten a little better at, but let's go back and practice with this guy some more, which,
Yeah.
I mean, that just says so much about how they built it to me.
Yeah. And when I'm playing, usually like I have everything unlocked on all 4 classes. That's actually one of the first things I tried to do was just get everything unlocked for all 4 classes, so I can just kind of move around however I want and not feel like I'm missing anything. But like usually when the class I choose is based on the objective of the mission I'm going on, because a lot, especially in the earlier zones, those are pretty class specific. Like sometimes they'll even call out just like, okay, you need to take a certain amount of damage on this class, or that's how I'll usually choose it, just by the goals.
I don't even notice those until like I drop into the zone and I look up in the corner and see what I'm working toward, and I go from there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just the way that they balance the different characters. I mean, of course, you're going to have some favorites and stuff like that, things that kind of mesh better with you, but every one of them is viable. It just depends largely on your play style, and depending on what drops you get, just like this genre in general, depending on what drops you get, you can get some absolutely insane builds, where it's like just everything dies. It's like there's ways that you can make it so that you literally don't have to move, and just everything dies around you. It's amazing. Excuse me.
Like in a lot of these style games, I think key to that is keeping your resource management in check. Like, you have to mine. You can't just get by on trying to kill what bugs you can and get to the objective. You have to mine, or the next, if you make it through one level, okay, but you're probably not going to continue very long and make it to the last one, if you don't do some serious mining, because that's how you buy your upgrades in between levels. And boy, it really, really matters. So you have to control your movement and not get trapped when there's swarms. You have to listen to the updates you're getting about when those are coming in, and sometimes just make a run off to where you can mine something before you're overwhelmed again. There's
and that is
some
one
skill.
thing that is that's one thing that's definitely kind of sets this game apart from a lot of other Survivors likes, is the terrain is destructible. It's like, just like in Deep Rock Galactic, basically almost everything you can see in there, you can mine through. So in a lot of other Survivors likes, you can get yourself back into a wall. There's nowhere to move. In this one, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm back into this area, but I can just mine through this section right here. It's a little bit slower, but I can still outrun.
Well, except the map edges.
Yeah,
you gotta kind of.
Yeah, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more to think about than just what's the open path, because you can make your own path.
Yeah.
And and then you were mentioning the different resources. So there's for those familiar with Deep Rock Galactic, two kind of big resources in that are gold and nitra. So gold is used for like re-rolls and stuff like that, and buying certain upgrades in between the different levels. And then nitra is also used for like re-rolling certain artifacts, which is another type of item you can get. And I think nitra is used for
oil
specific. Yeah, that's another the other.
It's
game
not for
type,
between, but it's for during the
oil shale. Yeah,
escort runs.
Yep, and that's the other thing, is
that was a hard one to change my gameplay.
Yeah.
Getting into the escort runs,
Yeah.
like finding those because it's procedurally generated every time.
Yeah.
You don't know where they're going to be, and to get this thing
Yeah.
to keep moving, it'll run out, and you have to dodge bugs, pick up mine stuff, do upgrades, and find more damn fuel for the thing too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the two different game styles. There's the just like the basic kind of dive where it's the you have to kill a dreadnought at the end. But you have to work your way through 5 different levels. And so like each level you're going through trying to get like whatever resources you can, trying to defeat the elites. Once you defeat the elite, excuse me. The drop pod will come down and you have like 30 seconds to get to the drop pod. And they're not kidding.
Oh, they leave. Yep.
Oh yeah, if you don't make it, the drop pod leaves, the mission ends. Oh, and I've had it happen. I had like this weird circumstance where I got into the door just as it was closing, and it actually showed me the shop screen for in between levels, but still failed the mission.
Oh,
So
Hate
it's
it.
like,
yeah. Sometimes
like,
you cut it
oh.
close because, like,
oh yeah,
the only time after being actually left behind, well, shit, I tend to not cut it too close, but
Yeah.
I am mindful of not entering the next level super low health
yeah,
because if there's some health right there, do try to get that.
yeah. That's another thing is
'Cause
they
on
have
your supply screen, you're not necessarily going to be able to do anything about it. Maybe
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, there's another kind of sub resource that you can get called red sugar, which allows you to gives you back health. You can also in between levels, if you have the gold, you can buy health back. Oh,
Yeah, I saw that, but you generally want more
upgrades.
important things.
Yeah,
My favorite line from picking up health is they did the "Give me some sugar, baby" like
yeah,
Ash line from Evil Dead. So
Yeah.
yeah, that made me happy.
yeah. But so in addition to all of the gold and the nitra for buying upgrades in between levels and stuff like that, there are also minerals that you can buy or minerals that you can find throughout the different levels for permanent progression as well. You can get those for upgrades outside of the missions, which those are permanent. Excuse me, that help you for any mission. But yeah, and then also during the missions you have your character progression as well. So the way it progresses, you can see the little blue crystals and purple crystals on the ground. That's your experience. Once you hit a new level, it'll come up with an upgrade. It'll come up with 3 different options for an upgrade. And these can range from upgrading a specific weapon, which tend to be more powerful, but they're individual. They also have more general upgrades that are typically less powerful, but affect all weapons in that category. So there's also upgrades for your weapons. Like your weapons have levels as well. And so like when you get a certain level for your weapons, they get overclocks, which can change how the weapon functions entirely. Especially once you get to the last one, like I think it's level 12 on your weapon. No, 18. Oh, it allows a drastic overclock that can completely change how you use that weapon entirely. And they're usually very powerful. Like for example, specifically with the scout, he has that little SMG that fires in 4 fixed directions. Once you get the level 18 overclock, like I believe the 2 options for that are it starts firing in a spiral pattern, or it fires in 8 directions instead of 4. So that makes it a much easier weapon to use after that.
I really like playing around with the different damage types as well.
Yep.
It's got what, electrical, flame, ice, and kinetic,
Plasma.
and plasma.
Yep. It's like
Although I seem to only get plasma choices after I've been using electric. I don't know.
think
It seemed like it was an upgrade from electric or something.
maybe it also depends on the weapons, because each weapon has its own separate different overclocks and stuff. Like there's some generic
Acid. That's another one.
Yes, that you're correct.
I don't like acid.
I mean, it's okay. I don't mind acid. Well, yeah. But like,
I'm blushing. Gosh.
If you want your walls to speak Latin to you for 3 hours,
just the way it kind of spills, you know.
I'm not saying against anything.
I found it. My brain. I had trouble wrapping my brain around it because of the way it just spills out. Like, I don't know. I found it harder to control. Maybe I'll play with it some more.
That's more.
This became a whole different show in my head now.
Time Latiners.
oh,
Sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, there's with each of these different damage types, like it's surprisingly intricate with the different weapons because they all have different categories that they fit into. Like some weapons are light, like that SMG. There's other weapons that are light that are some like they have different keywords that are attached to each weapon, and that's where those those general upgrades are effective, because there's some that are like really general. It's like, oh, it just increases all your weapons by damage by 10%. But then you get some slightly more specific ones that are based on categories or on keywords.
Can we talk about like how the major upgrade, often the best choice you get is paint job?
Yes, that actually,
right?
It's counterintuitive at first, but it makes sense.
Because it goes up by a level or 2 levels. So like,
yeah,
it's
the minimum is 2
levels of weapon upgrade, and it's like looks better, it shoots better.
Yeah. So like yeah, so it's
all right. Like everybody knows that. Like, okay.
So it is somewhat counterintuitive, but that is actually one of the best upgrades you can get, because the general upgrades, if you're able to get a keyword or a general upgrade that affects all of your weapons, that overall will have more damage than if you were to get an individual upgrade for one specific weapon. So generally what you're
like so scared to try it. I was like, well, I mean, it says a level.
Well, yeah, I think the minimum is 2 levels. Yeah, it doesn't have any stats or anything like that. It just increases the level.
The level, yeah.
Yeah, but that means that you're going to be able to get to the overclocks faster. Which those are the major things, are getting those overclocks. For like just raw damage and effects and stuff, it's much better overall to get the more general ones, because they affect more weapons and each one of those weapons get that upgrade. So yeah, if the individual upgrade gets you a 15% bonus to damage for that weapon, but the general upgrade gets you 10% for 4 weapons, you get the
versatility out of it.
So. Yeah. So that's, like I said, at first that's kind of counterintuitive, because you're thinking it's like, well, this is a much bigger upgrade. You know, why would I go for the thing that doesn't give me any damage? Well, it's because you're doing it for the overclocks. But yeah, like as you're leveling up all this stuff, you can get more weapons. You can get up to 4 weapons, I believe, by level 25. Yeah, 5, 15, and 25, you get additional weapons. So you're holding up to 4 different weapons. Some of the effects on these things are crazy. It's like
that's another funny thing from the game. The overseer saying, "We found we could get 4 times as much work out of one of you if we just give you more guns."
Yep.
That's a strategy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a common strategy. But yeah, so it's you can get up to 4 weapons, and the things that these weapons do are just crazy. As like it really depends on your strategies too. Like the light weapons, there's two different light weapons that will fire in 4 directions, but if you get both of them, they fire in opposite 4 directions.
Oh wow.
If that makes sense. So it's effectively they firing in between the two of them. You're firing in 8 different directions, which can help kind of fill in the gaps and everything. There's like you can get there's rocket launchers. I think my personal favorites actually are the turrets. I really like the turrets.
I love the freaking turrets.
Yeah.
I
Like
was so excited because like that's what excited me about engineer. Engineer kind of
Yeah.
starts with turrets, and then discovering that I could use it with other classes. And I had already gotten used to the movement difference because you kind of have to pause to drop them.
Yeah.
But I love the freaking turrets.
Yeah. Because there's some really interesting turrets. Like you start off, there's a regular like light machine gun turret. There's a flame turret. There's a seismic turret that the gunner gets. There's I think there's at least there's an electric turret. Which technically the other one's not. I think it's it has the construct keyword, but I don't think it has the turret keyword. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually a turret, but I can see because you do have to stop and place them, but then they connect current to current, so you can
Yeah.
basically zigzag or create triangles, which is
Yeah.
a really neat thing. I like the ice grenades.
Yeah.
To me, they work kind of because you can use them like the time clock thing, time freeze thing in Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Because it freezes everything for a minute, so you can kind of get to the other side. It can be a
Yeah.
really good way if you do back yourself into a corner if you
Yeah.
have ice grenades going.
Yeah, I like the turrets. I still have to get the achievement
Oh,
for
and
getting
turrets
4
you can
turrets.
set. You can sometimes there's choices where you change the way they behave, whether they follow you,
Yeah.
or they stay stationary, whether they destroy surrounding terrain or not.
Yeah.
They're very versatile.
Yeah, they're like that. Well, that's like I said with the overclocks. That's the case with all the weapons. Like you can drastically change how these weapons function. It's like with the turrets. Yeah, you can give them a tread upgrade so they slowly follow you around. And also with the turrets, for the most part, if you want to just dump all your turrets out at once, that's when you stop. But as you're moving around, if it's trying to reload the last, like if you're full up on turrets and it reloads the next one, it'll drop a turret behind you, even if you're moving. But it does it at a very slow pace, whatever your reload speed is. But yeah, you can just dump them out all at once. And I think at one point
Oh man,
I've
if I
had,
have turrets, I could pick up reload every chance I get.
oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I love
Reload speed in general is just amazing. I prefer getting that a lot of times as well.
Yeah, you cannot underestimate reload speed, man.
Oh man,
And pickup radius.
pickup radius,
and
yeah,
just like in in Vampire 2, like you want your radius big
yeah.
because backtracking in this game can really cost you
Oh yeah, yeah. But like I
with how
think,
time sensitive it is.
yeah, that's another big factor. Is there's and the gameplay that you're seeing right now on the stream. There is this bar on the top. And there's little icons on it. There's one there for a drop pod or a supply pod. For the supply pod, it'll drop in a certain location. You have to clear out the circle around it, which sometimes is like they do it in a smart location, and sometimes they're really dumb about it. Where it's like, okay, let's put it directly in the middle of a bunch of garbage that you need to clear out, or move it like 4 spaces to the left where it's completely open.
Yeah.
But
You
regardless,
have
you
it
have,
right in a bunch of stuff you actually have to mine, which takes longer.
Yeah. But yeah, one thing that I really like about the supply pod though, a lot of times there'll be some bigger guys that are chasing me while I'm getting all of this stuff cleared out. You can use the supply pod to kill like even elites. And it's like I've killed elites in one shot by getting them with the supply pod.
Yeah,
It's actually
sometimes I
really
will,
powerful.
clear the area, but then get out of it so that it doesn't drop until something big's chasing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
picked up on that one. Rob saw me do that, and he's like, "Ooh, like
And
I could wait to try that."
I did do some science for at the expense of possibly losing a one of my runs, it does not deal damage to you. So, because that's the thing.
No, and it talks to you like it's gonna.
Yeah, because and that's
But
the
it
thing is
doesn't.
in the regular Deep Rock Galactic, it will kill you immediately if you get a supply pod dropped on you. And so I potentially sacrificed one of my runs to make sure, and it does not hurt you. So that's good. But yeah, those supply pods are where you get your
I gotta tell you
artifacts
my
and stuff.
favorite.
So yeah.
The punny way when you pick up common, rare, legendary stuff. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Right. Well, legendary, that's a no-brainer. And
Yeah.
but what was you rarely see these.
Yeah.
Right. They do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Which is good for a chuckle. I was playing around with flame turrets and weapons and ramping that up earlier today, and I started laughing. The dwarf, I don't remember what character I was playing, but he was like, I love it when the bugs split like hot dogs. When I picked up the flame weapon, I was just like, I gotta pause the game. That was freaking hilarious.
I didn't ring tell like, yeah, you heard that.
Oh, but yeah, like just the man. I'm gonna have to play this when we're done with the stream. Need to get back into it. They
Right?
they actually did. I think late last month, before Christmas, they did do an upgrade or an update to the game that actually gave certain those meta upgrades an additional ring that you can upgrade. I have not unlocked all of those yet. I've got all the first ring of all those upgrades I've already gotten. But I've not gotten the second ring. But
I haven't played that much, but I am definitely gonna keep playing. I
yeah.
For all of the little details and the way this builds, and it sounds complicated maybe if you're listening to us, but it's not. The difficulty scales incredibly well. I'm not elite twitchy gamer. I'm enjoying it. I'm not crushing every level the first time, but I'm progressing.
I mean, and that's part of the
very
genre.
well.
So.
Like it just feels good, and I'm learning a little bit here and there, but you don't have to know all this going in. It does guide you well enough. Maybe the first time going into a new style, maybe not so much. Like the details of the escort mission, like unless you read, I'm sure if I read everything, but whatever. How am I gonna do this? Like escort mission, I know what that is. I'm gonna be taking a thing somewhere, but then I had to like see like, oh, it needs gas, and then I got it to where it was going, and I couldn't figure out. Why am I not done? And then like, oh, you got to go detonate these explosives, and because they're procedurally generated, they're in a different place every time, so you got to go find them.
Yeah.
And those don't show on the map the same way, like the flowers you have to pick up or stuff you have to mine. Like not everything shows on the map as easily. So it took me, but my second run, I figured it out and I succeeded. So it does scale nicely.
Yeah, and that's kind of a part of the disclaimer of this whole genre. Like I was reading some of the reviews for the mobile version of the game, and one of them says it's like this is horribly balanced, and like I couldn't get past the first couple, like they expect you to lose the first couple levels. Like yes, that's the point. Yeah. It's like you're gonna be garbage the first couple times, but that's why they have progression. Eventually, eventually you're gonna figure it out. Eventually, you're gonna be able to get the resources to get upgrades, which allow you to get more resources.
Dare get this on mobile.
Yeah, no,
I'll never get to bed at night. Like that's not happening.
See, I was thinking I wouldn't do it on mobile because of like the interface. It was like no, just like because I will never sleep.
Yeah, I feel like the interface is
also valid.
Great on mobile. But I usually it's like my wind down at bedtime. I like play a few things of Boggle, right?
Yeah.
In bed on my phone and then put it down. Something like this style of game. No, it would be 3 hours later. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. The thing is, I still do
I haven't
that.
slept.
Like, I do that on my computer. I don't even need it to be on my phone to do that. It's the problem. But overall, this is, especially in this genre, this is definitely, I personally, you know, I like this one a lot. Uh, Partially because it does give you that nostalgia of the original game. I really liked the original Deep Rock Galactic. I still think it's an incredible game, even though I haven't played it in a while. Just very well done. Like you said, this doesn't feel like a cash grab because even though it's in the same world, it is a vastly different game. That
And the
still,
world was kind of made for this. Like I
yeah,
feel like it's a perfectly valid way to do this. You're gathering resources, you're fighting an enemy at the same time. Like it lends itself to it.
yeah, yeah. Dang it, I'm gonna have to play this again. Like as after we get done here, I think I still have, and there's, I like you were mentioning the pacing of this. It's very well done with the pacing. It starts off, you just have the one type of mission, and then once you progress to a certain point, it's like, oh, you can unlock escort missions. It's like, and then once you get a certain number of stars again, then it's like, oh, I can get masteries, where it's like where it gives you a permanent buff on certain weapons, which that's a different type. And then it's like once you get past a certain level again, it's like, oh, I can get these lethal quests or whatnot, which are a little bit more difficult.
One thing I didn't care for, if I had one criticism, it's the equipment upgrading. Um,
Yeah,
because it's a little unclear whether it's a straight up upgrade, so it takes a little thinking and it's more min maxing that I want to be farting around with this type of game to change my equipment with different characters. I like that it equips all of them the same, but having
yeah,
to go in and think about how I want to do the next run is a little much, and sometimes there's it's common, uncommon. So you've got your greens and your blues and your purples, but the levels will still be the same and they have very different advantages. So it's a kind of a lot to have to examine that and decide, is that actually an upgrade? And sometimes you pick the one that's like, but that is, and it's the build I want, but it keeps putting an exclamation point on the other one, like trying to tell me it's better.
well, the
And
exclamation
that's kind of
point, yeah, the exclamation point means that it's newest.
no, well, newest, but it doesn't go away after I've looked at it. Which,
Hmm.
if it's still new and I haven't looked at it, that would make sense to have it marked. But
I
I
don't think
can
I've
look at
noticed that.
both and equip them both and make that decision, and the exclamation part doesn't go away until I move away from that screen.
Okay, yeah,
Like I
then
go to
yeah,
upgrades and go back, or I go into sell stuff and go back, and
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah,
Is it
so
that's a little weird.
if you want to really min max, I mean, that is where some of the depth can come from as well. I usually don't bother. I just go to auto equip, which just there's an auto equip option that it doesn't min max for you, but it just kind of equips what it thinks is the strongest overall item in each category. And the thing is, you get, as you progress through the game, you get upgrades to those equipment levels, like minimum upgrades to that. So like I'm to the point where the minimum level of an equipment I can get is like level 56. And I think it goes up to 99.
You've played a lot more than me. I think I'm at
oh,
about like 20 is my
I mean,
highest.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think I have, I don't know how many hours on this game now.
Where do you get all this time?
Well, this was before the New Year's. This was over the course of like 3 months.
Ah, okay.
Oh, it, even then it's like I go in, I play for like 2 hours or so here and there. And there's like a solid like 2 or 3 months where like that was the only game I played because that's where my hyperfixation went. And then, I'll still go back and play every so often again. But yeah, there's it starts you off relatively easy, pretty simple. I do believe the progression, it gives you that progression gives you time to learn.
It
new
scales.
things. Yeah.
So it's still challenging, but not like daunting
Yeah.
and not boring.
Yeah.
It's not a face roll at
yeah.
any point.
Yeah. I mean, you can get like I said, you work your way through the
I mean,
the regular,
you've gotten to where you can just stand there. I haven't gotten there yet. But.
well, it just depends on your build. I mean, there's an artifact that specifically says that as you're standing still, it increases your reload speed and fire rate by an insane amount. It just stacks up, so you can get that, and it's just everything goes crazy. Or it's like
But
if you're
it
using
works
turrets.
like other survivors, like Vampire does. It gets to there is a timer involved.
Yes.
The drop pods we mentioned that they will take off without you. You only get 30 seconds once they tell you it's dropping.
Yeah.
To get on it and get out. But besides that, if you're taking too long to reach the objectives that are set forth, you do have to know what they are and accomplish them. If you're not accomplishing them, the bugs just get bigger and better and faster and more.
Yep.
They just get angrier and angrier until you are going to get overwhelmed. You have to complete the objective, or they're not even sending the pod for you.
Yeah.
You could just die.
Yeah. And I've tested that out. And I believe it goes up to level 10 on the threat, which is just constant stream of bugs all the time. And not just small ones. And it's like it gets bad. Yeah. But yeah, I would if you are at all interested in the survivors like genre, I definitely recommend this one. Easy to get into, gets a lot more depth as you progress, and it's just funny too. I mean, if you love this aesthetic, it is a fantastic game. Yeah. So
It's so silly and fun.
yep, I'm definitely going to
I
be.
wish Rob did not mention the cornholio thing. I really. It makes it hard to play the scout like it does.
Oh man. All right.
Like, they should lean into that. If you're out there.
Well, I mean, that's one thing
an
that
update where he goes, I need 2 people for my bunghole, and
I mean that is one thing that they do for like Deep Rock Galactic as well. Is they'll have what they refer to as supporter packs, which are just like cosmetic DLCs. That like each season they have like a new DLC where it's just all cosmetic stuff. Maybe they could just suggest that. That'd be funny. But yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing this tonight. But I think that's a good place to stop our discussion
I'm
there.
gonna play more too.
Yeah. I probably should have. Well, we've already gotten our time, so we don't have a discussion topic for watercolor talk right now. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week, and we're going to be continuing our theme of I Will Survive with another new obsession of ours, Mega Bonk, which is not a euphemism. Yeah.
Not for you, it isn't.
Well, generally speaking, isn't normally a euphemism. But I should probably talk to Jess to see if she wants to join us, because she's the one that caused this addiction.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have her on the show.
This is one I haven't played yet, so I should.
Yeah. Oh, imagine Vampire Survivors, but in 3D and even more crazy.
I know. I'm saving it for last for a reason. Like, I've seen it played, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a problem.
Oh, it is a
Let's
trip.
deal with this problem first.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll get into that next week.
Anyway, we'll get into the next.
Everyone, thank you for listening. If you'd like what you've heard and would like to help us out, a few ways you can do that are by giving us a review over on Apple Podcast. You can follow my Twitch and YouTube channels for our live recordings Sunday nights starting at 9:15 Eastern Time for our pre-show, or you can leave us a tip over on our Ko-fi. If you'd like to contact us, you can with our email, parttimegamers.cast@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord channel. You can find this show and links to everything around it, including everything I just mentioned, using the link bit.ly/CI Productions. That'll take you to my website, caffeineinducedproductions.com, where we'll have all the links for this. Emma, where can people find you around the internet?
Oh, the best thing to do is to go to 9of12.com. That's NINEOF12.com. It'll point you to all my nifty projects.
And Theo, where can people find you around the internet? Preferably legally.
Sockpuppets.com. No. That's a punk band name waiting to happen. I can see the bumper stickers now. And the shirts in Hot Topic that, kids will buy and not know what the band does, but it's like, buy them, shit.
The URL is available for $12,500.
You got that laying in your sock drawer somewhere, right?
And socks.
Yeah. You mean puppets. Sorry.
Same thing. Oh, it's good to be back.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now here, with it being the new year and not really got there yet, trying to get back into the swing. It's not like I didn't have time to get back into the swing, but obviously I didn't swing, so it's been a night. But you guys can find me here. Hopefully more news on more to come. Later in January of 2029. So
Oh, I'm glad we got you.
I think you need to work on your marketing tactics. Anyways, everyone.
And all my tactics, I was military.
Well, yeah, sure.
The term military intelligence, even when I was part of that, even I went,
yeah, that's
just hasn't got the
questionable.
ring to it,
Yeah.
and nobody takes it seriously.
All right, everyone. Until next time, we are the Part-Time Gamers clocking out.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.